Alright, so this is the MSR Hubba. It's a one-man backpacking tent. It's the tent that I've been using for the last 3 years on my bicycle terrain expeditions in 30 different countries, 4 different continents, desert, snow, sand, rocks, ice, everything. It's a 3-man tent, but I have used it in winter conditions. And today I'm going to show you what it looks like and explain some of the things that I like and dislike about this tent. Right away you'll notice this is the pack size. Here it is kind of at its very smallest. I usually pack this inside my backpack or my rear pannier on my bicycle, and I store the poles separately simply because they're so much longer than the actual tent. This is something that I dislike about this tent, the fact that the poles are so long. I wish they could be stored with the actual tent itself. They can't really. They can, but it's because they stick out so far, it's kind of hard to pack. So I choose to store them separately. I'm going to set up the tent now, and you can see what it looks like. So here are the poles when they're set up. It's this big long contraption thing, and the ends of the poles simply go into these loops right here. So after you've put the poles into each corner of the tent, see I've got it in all 4 corners there, looks something like this, and then you grab the middle and you get this end and you put it in this side of the pole, then you grab this other fabric side here, yep, there we go. So now it looks something like this. And then one over here, and one more, 2 more, 1, 2, 3, there's another one over here, right here. Alright, so now it looks like that. And one of the great things about the Hubba is that you can flip the tent around. There is no like head of the tent. You can sleep either direction. So like right now, I have the tent facing this big log over here. I don't want that. I want the head over here so I can easily get into it. It's easy to do. You can just pick up the whole tent, flip it around, and drop it down. So now it's facing the correct way with the zipper facing this open side. You'll see that I have some leaves and dirt and stuff in here that's really easy to get out with the Hubba. Just pick it up with the door open and lift it up in the air, shake, and boom, everything is kind of out. And there it is. So I'll just step back. That is the tent basically set up with the rain fly not on. This is the rain fly over here. This is just simply mosquito netting, and there's a lot of it, which is one of the reasons this tent has never dewed up on me. A lot of tents get really, the condensation builds up on the inside and you get wet every morning. This does not happen with the MSR Hubba, which is fantastic, especially when you're using it in warmer conditions. So it has a real open design with lots of air coming through. Not so great in windy or cold conditions, but for summer camping it's fantastic. To secure the rain fly in place, it's really easy. Just throw the rain fly over the top of the tent and secure each corner with one of these little loops. So you grab the loop here and you put it into the bottom of the tent pole, basically. I usually secure the corners of the tent first, and then I do the middle sections by the door and on the back. So, do this corner. Alright. And then the back here. Sometimes I don't even secure this back corner if it's like not raining or something. I really don't worry about it. But for today, I'll set it up so you can see what it looks like. There we go. See, it just kind of brings the material out from the tent a few inches, and you can also store some stuff back here, which is nice. And then to secure this front flap, I simply grab, there are 2 loops here on each side of the door, so you can secure one side or the other, which is another positive feature of this tent. So if you want to get in from this left side, you would secure the right side. If you want to get in from the right side here, you'd secure this left side. So I'm going to secure the left side so I can get in on the right. All right, put that down. And there we go. Our tent is set up. So here's the hubba with the front door secured open. This is how I usually have it when I'm camping. I kind of have all my other, like I put my backpack out here, or my panniers, my bicycle panniers, in this little area out underneath the rainfly, but right outside the front door. And then I secure the front door here with this little strap. So I just roll it up and it sits there with that one tie. And on the inside, I've set up my mat so you can kind of see how much room it takes up for me to lay in here. It takes up pretty much the whole floor. There is a little room on the side, which you can see back here. I usually store a few things alongside me, but otherwise my body takes up pretty much the whole tent. And I am 6 feet long, more than 6 feet, 6'2" almost. And this tent fits me perfectly. I haven't had a problem with it being too short. There's actually a little extra room, which is great. The other thing I think that I use every single day are these two little tent pockets that you see on the side here. They're very thin and very lightweight, but they really do come in handy. I usually store my smartphone in the pocket near my head, and then I use the other one for trash usually. I put some trash in there of whatever I've eaten for the day, and then in the morning I take out the trash. So that's kind of how it works. There are a couple ties up here at the top, which I've never actually used. You could put a light or something up there if you wanted to. And that's pretty much the inside of the tent. So we'll come out here, and that's it. One thing I should say about the MSR Hubba is that you can set it up in a number of different ways. This is the way that I usually have it set up, with the rainfly on. Now you can set it up if you're in warm conditions where you don't use the rainfly at all. You just simply have the mosquito netting underneath, and I've done that several times in warmer conditions, in deserts and stuff like that, where I know it's not going to rain. I just simply keep it open and it allows the air to come in. I can see the stars and stuff outside. It's really, really nice. You can also set it up so that just the rainfly is set up and there is no actual tent underneath with the mosquito netting and all of that kind of thing. I've never done that actually, but it is an option to set it up in that way. Maybe you just want a quick shelter, like to get out of the rain, or maybe you're going to the beach and you just want some sunshade. You could just set up the rainfly and sit underneath here to get away from the sun. So that is another cool thing about this tent. If I had to give my overall rating of this tent on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest, I would give the MSR Hubba a 9. And I think that's a really good rating. The thing I like most about it is it's small, it's lightweight. I like the color. It's perfect for stealth camping, wild camping out here in the woods. It's very hard to see. It has enough room on the inside that you can sit up. You can lie down in complete comfort. The pockets inside are really nice. The things that I don't like about the tent are the pack size. With the poles and the tent don't really fit very well when they're packed together. And other than that, the only complaint I have is that after 3 years of heavy use, the zipper wore out, and I'm no longer really able to get the zipper fully closed. Here, I'll show you. But there are 2 zippers, one on each side. And what ends up happening is this right here, where the zipper kind of splits open. I can get it closed, but it takes me a few minutes. It's kind of frustrating. And that tends to be the first thing that kind of happens with most tents, is that the zipper wears out after a certain amount of time. This one, there it is again, see? Lasted me 3 years. I probably spent a year of my life living in this tent. And I think for the price, that's pretty darn good. So there it is, the MSR Hubba. I'd highly recommend it. This particular model is probably not being made anymore. There is a new Hubba, different color, slightly different features, but overall very much the same tent, and I'd highly recommend it.